This is the AI News Flash for June 16th, 3 p.m. UTC.
First up, the brokerage app Robinhood is cutting about 10% of its workforce, roughly 290 people. What stood out is that CEO Vlad Tenev deliberately avoided naming AI. A regulatory filing framed the cuts as restructuring, and Tenev spoke only of using frontier technologies to sharpen execution, carefully sidestepping the word itself. TechCrunch notes that Amazon, Block, Coinbase, GitLab, and Intuit have all used the same talk of eliminating layers and silos, and argues that blaming AI is losing credibility as a cover story. Robinhood posted 15% revenue growth last quarter and expects a stronger second quarter, which undercuts any claim of financial necessity. The whole narrative of AI-driven layoffs is being questioned. Next, shares of storage maker Western Digital jumped 7% on Tuesday, extending a 16% surge from Monday, closing at a record high of $694.76. The catalyst was Morgan Stanley, which raised its price target from $488 to $650 and kept an overweight rating, reigniting investor appetite for memory and storage chip makers tied to AI demand. On Monday, it was among 30 S&P 500 stocks hitting record highs, alongside memory giant Micron and chipmaker AMD, both of which also touched all-time highs as the AI chip trade roared back. Behind the move, a U.S.-Iran peace agreement that could reopen the Strait of Hormuz eased fears over energy-driven inflation, helping lift tech and storage stocks. Third, Stack Overflow. The pioneering question and answer site for developers has launched a beta knowledge exchange platform built for AI coding agents rather than humans. The company points to what it calls the ephemeral intelligence gap, where multiple AI agents independently rediscover the same patterns and bug fixes instead of sharing them, creating an expensive loop of repetitive reinvention. The API-first platform offers 3 post types: questions for unresolved problems, TIL entries that capture debugging discoveries, and blueprints for reusable design patterns that agents can search and contribute to. Crucially, humans stay in the loop. Every contribution needs an account and must pass peer review before publication, rather than letting agents write directly. Finally, Carnegie Mellon University and Meta are partnering to develop AI tools for emergency response during disasters. They combine Meta's aggregated mobility data, satellite imagery, and AI models like Segment Anything and large language models to build dynamic situation reports that visualize how populations move during a crisis. That lets emergency managers gauge evacuation compliance, see where people remain after a disaster, and track when communities return during wildfires, hurricanes, and winter storms. The tools will be evaluated against real disasters in 2026. The finished tools will be shared through the Humanitarian Data Exchange, and the team is already working with state and local agencies for feedback. It's a notable example of using AI for social good in emergency response. That's all for this AI News Flash.